Based on Matthew chapter 4, verse 8 to 11, I'm going to preach take the stumbling block out third and source of your blessing. I read an interesting article a few years ago which talked about integrity of teams. What did I say? Yeah, integrity of teams. One of the questions they raised was, would you be involved in criminal act? What? Would you be involved in criminal act and go to prison if $10 million will be given to you? So that's the question one of the questions they asked to teens. How many percentage of teens said yes for this question? 50% of teens said yes, I'm willing to go to the prison if $10 million given to me. And do you also want to know why other 50% of students said no? And they said no with these reasons. It's difficult to get a job if I have a criminal record. And with a criminal record, there's almost nothing I can do. And $10 million are not big enough. So it's the bankruptcy of integrity. So this article tells us that today, teens, they have zero morality. That's very sad, right? And many countries today, they elect president, right? They have a system to elect the president. So when they elect the new president, what's the most important quality they look for? Money, right? So it's money. So no matter how bad he or she is, if they think she or she can make the country richer, that person's name will be highly recommended. That's happening in many parts of the world. Not the morality, integrity, but how to make money more. But not really knowing that those people who knows money, they know their money first, than caring about your money. So they usually take care of how the money in their pockets, not really caring about your empty bank account. But still, they like those people. And this is the kind of world we are living today. And does it affect Christians too? And then how can Christians keep their faith and stand for God's standard? So that's the question I'd like to ask you. I already preached 2 sermons on temptations that Jesus encountered in the wilderness after 40 days of fasting. The first one, Satan reminded Jesus what he could do. But Jesus told Satan what God could do. So at the time I told you, I can do everything without Christ. It's a very dangerous courage for Christians. Do you agree? Yeah, it's a very dangerous courage. And on the second one, Satan tried to make Jesus test his Father. So we should not test God with presumption. And so after failing 2 times, now Satan is trying to face-to-face confrontation with Christ. Now he's revealing who he was. So after showing all the kingdoms of the world and in its glory, he said, all these things I will give you if you fall down and worship me. So now he was revealing who he was. It's Isaiah chapter 14, verses 13 and 14. Let's read together. Read. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will be like the Most High. Once Satan rebelled, God worship. What did I say? worship has been a key issue in great controversy. And it is going to be continue to be issue until Jesus come again. And we all know, now we are studying prophecy, we all know that by the end of the time, really end of the time, Satan will force us to worship him. If we don't worship, we would be in trouble. So worship is a key issue for Satan. And Satan knew Jesus had come to the earth to redeem the earth, which was lost by Adam and Eve. But through suffering, pain, and death on the cross. Of course, Satan did not understand that everything was happening because God was love. Now, Satan was offering to Jesus an alternative way to achieve his mission. So he offered free ride, success without sweat at all. Only one condition was attached. What is the one? Bow down and worship me. That's the only one condition was attached. So Jesus worshiped the Father and obeyed his commandments. But doing God's will, to fulfill his mission, he was going to involve severe pain, humiliation, and death on the cross. But Satan suggests that Jesus could get the whole world if he worships him. And Jesus could gain the whole world and Satan too. But he was going to lose love relationship with God if he listened to what Satan was telling him. So, do you think he was tempting to Jesus? Not at all? No, Satan is smart. He wouldn't, bring it an issue if it was not an issue. So we are not sure because the Bible is silent about that. But one thing is sure, that Jesus was wanting to have an alternative. Do you believe me? Jesus wanted to have an alternative than carrying our sins to the cross. And that's what he said. Matthew 26:38. 39. Oh my Father, if it is possible, let this cup pass from me. So Jesus wanted to have an alternative. Nevertheless, not as I will, but as you will. And again, verse 42. Oh my Father, if this cup cannot pass away from me unless I drink it, your will be done. So even though Jesus submitted to the Father with willingness, not one time at the Garden of Gethsemane, he wanted to have an alternative. So at the wilderness, 3.5 years prior to the prayer Jesus offered at the Garden of Gethsemane, Satan was telling that, yes, it's possible. Just worship me. So once again, all the time Jesus quoted the Bible verse to overcome Satan's temptation. So I cannot overemphasize this. We cannot overcome Satan. Bad news, right? Without knowing and believing the Bible. Knowing is not enough. Knowing. Today we study about little horns, right? Yes, I know that. I can identify little horn with different things. And I know, I'm sure Jesus is coming. So what? So what have you been doing with the knowledge of little horns? With the knowledge of Jesus' second coming? That's more important. So knowing and believing. So Jesus said, Matthew chapter 4 verse 10, away with you, Satan, for it is written, you shall worship the Lord your God, and Him only you shall serve. So Jesus was quoting from Deuteronomy 6:13. So I think it's good to read a few verses from the same chapter, Deuteronomy 6, verses 12 to 15. Let's read them together. Ready? Start. Then beware, lest you forget the Lord, who brought you out of the land of Egypt, from the house of bondage. You shall fear the Lord your God, and serve Him, and shall take oaths in His name. You shall not go after other gods, the gods of the peoples, who are all around you. For the Lord your God is a jealous God among you, lest the anger of the Lord your God be aroused against you and destroy you from the face of the earth. So Moses was giving warning to the Israelites before they enter the promised land. And once Jesus commanded Satan, right? What did he say? Get away. And he commanded. What did happen? What happened after that? He got away. As Jesus commanded to Satan, we can command to Satan. Do you believe that? But not in your name. But in the name of Jesus Christ, you can command Satan to get away from your life. I think it's good to shout. Say, Satan, get away from my life. Get away from my family. I say in the name of Jesus Christ, my Lord. Now he's trembling. So there's a power in the name of Jesus Christ. And this is my question for you. Does Satan tempt to us the same way he tempted Jesus Christ? Okay. So have you got any offer from him recently? Not really? Okay. As Satan offered what he could to Jesus, he offers to us every time when we make a decision. Did you know that? Every time, whether it's big or small, every time when we make a decision, Satan offers. No. This is what I can offer to you. You just listen to me. Your life will be better, easier, richer, more comfortable, and fun. Listen to me. So we have to choose between what God promised and what Satan offers to us. It can be especially tempting when God's way is harder, longer, insufficient, inconvenient, and deprived way. Right? Yeah. It gets harder in those situations. When I first started my ministry as a pastor, experienced pastor, he was already like 20 years of experience. He advised me with a very interesting thing. He said, hey, you must listen carefully. What I'm going to tell you now. I tell you, I share with you because I care for you. I like you. And this is what he said. You must understand our church culture in order to be a good Seventh-day Adventist pastor. Right? I need to understand church culture. And he said, learn to have fun with church members. Organize many fun activities. And do things that they like to do. And don't be serious and don't try to change anything. A few years will be passed by. And soon you will have to go to another church. And the members in your church will miss you. Oh, we had so much fun together. And if you continue to repeat this one, you will enjoy longevity as a pastor and retire with a good reputation. What do you think about this advice? Bad, huh? After what he was talking about the Seventh-day Adventist Fun Club. What did I say? He was talking about the Seventh-day Adventist Fun Club, not the Seventh-day Adventist Church with its mission to preach the gospel to the end of the earth. Is it only for the pastor? Or the same advice can be applied to members too? So, are you a Seventh-day Adventist Fun Club member? Or a member of the Seventh-day Adventist Church with its mission? I knew when he told me, I knew it was an easy way to go. But not the best way to go. So I didn't take his advice. I said, thank you, appreciate it. I didn't take his advice. I took a harder and sometimes painful way to fulfill the mission that's given to all of us. So another question, can Satan give us the glory of this world? Yes, he can. And he does. That's why he offers. However, we must be careful to accept his offer. Why? Because his offer always has two sides. Okay? Probably I told you this story. I'm that guy, I like this illustration, but please bear with me if you already listened to it. So there's one man, the story is not biblical, it's a parable. So one man eventually died and went to heaven. Oh, so pretty and happy, everything was so perfect. But one day he got bored and asked an angel, sir, I have a question. What's that, sir? What's the other side of the world? And angel said, that's hell. Have you heard about hell? And yeah, what's going on there? And I said, oh, you already know it. Can I just go there for one day? Just one day and I will come back. Said, okay, so I can give you a ladder to climb up, but be sure to come back before sunset time. So he climbed and as he climbed, before he jumped down, Satan and all the devils with nice suit and nice car and waiting for him. Hey friend, jump, we'll receive you. So they received him and treated him very well. And he said by the end of the day, oh man, I have to go. I don't want to go, but I have to go. I may come back. Thank you so much for your hospitality. So he went back. Okay, now he misses hell. It happened. Oh my goodness. After 1 week, he said to me, can I go there just one more time? Okay, only one more time. And he went back and enjoyed so much. And oh man, I think this is the place for me. So he just went back to heaven by sunset time and said, oh sir, can I go? And just said, if you go there one more time, you cannot come back. Oh, no worry, man. And I won't come back. So he packed everything, he owned, and once again climbed and jumped down. And wow, the Satan was waiting with whips and fire gun and said, welcome back. And said, no, it's me, you're misunderstanding with someone else, it's me, we had so much fun together. And then what Satan said, you know what? That's the difference between tourism and immigration. That's what Satan does. He treats us with a treat. And he feels like we are so much blessed. And by the end of the day, he leads us to destruction. Every time he has two sides. So much fun, the other side. Someone who used to drink before you became a Christian, I hope you're still not drinking. It's like you remember when you drink, you feel like, yeah. And in the morning, that's what Satan offers. First, it's so exciting, but when you turn the page to the following page, you will see a very different one. So whenever we compromise God's commandments with temporal richness, whenever we choose temporal benefit over eternity, you haven't thought this way, but we are bowing down to Satan and receive what he offers. Did you get it? So whenever we compromise God's commandments with the temporal richness, whenever we choose temporal benefit over eternity, we bow down to Satan and worship him. It's an open door for him. And he will come and get our souls. And we become his prey. A few months ago, I was preparing 1012 Bible study material. The title was about joy. And usually it takes less than months to prepare one series. But for it took 2-3 months. Why? I already told you about it twice. Because Satan tried very hard to take away my joy. Because I couldn't prepare the material about Bible study material about joy without having joy in my heart. True? Yeah. So I couldn't do it when my joy was taken away. So I had to fight again to get it back. And do something little, once again my joy was taken away. So much come and go for 3 months. And at the time I really realized that Satan doesn't want to have us joy. Especially joy. Because I was most tempted with the joy than on any other things. Satan doesn't want us to have joy. He wants to take the joy out from our lives, from our family life. So Satan's purpose is to destroy a person's life and be destroyed together with a fire from heaven. Satan will continue to offer false happiness and richness with special treats. What did I say? With special treats. And if our delight is in the Bible, if we know and believe the Bible, Satan will get away from us. But in the opposite situation, we'll welcome him into our lives. And he's very dangerous guest. So from today, reflect what Satan had done to Jesus Christ. Because he's doing the exactly same thing to each of us every day, every second. We cannot overcome him without knowing and believing the Bible. Would you spend more time with God, with your needs, with your Bible, so that you have strength to say, no, Satan, get away from me. I command you in the name of Jesus Christ. So let's say it again. Satan, get away from me. Get away from my family. I command you In the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.